I think the training camp that we did in Tucson just brought us so much closer together as female competitors who are trying to lift each other up.
We are in Tucson, Arizona at the USA Cycling Olympic Long Team Women's Training Camp.
We all have every professional athlete is a little bit crazy, and we all have our personality quirks. And fortunately, I think within this group, we balance each other out pretty well. Like, Lea is incredibly optimistic and adventurous and kind of boisterous.
It's so awesome to be with other people. You know, I'm like 100% extrovert. We have Erin Huck here, myself, Chloe Woodruff, and also Hannah Finchamp.
Chloe would probably be on the other end of the spectrum.
I'm Chloe Woodruff. All the different energy levels here from Lea's up here. I probably is somewhere, you know, a little bit lower, and then there's, you know, Erin always brings her like dry, witty humor to everything, which I love.
Coffee and grinder, and a flask of whiskey. I think that I am a mediary person and I make jokes. So she's a bit more reserved, she's very calculated, and she holds her cards close to her chest.
Well, and am I talking to you instead? Okay.
Hannah is kind of new to the national team. I think she just joined last year after an amazing performance at the 2019 World Champs.
Yeah, I think Lea's first national championship was when I was around 6 years old.
So I think that she's kind of like, just observing is the impression that I get from her, but she is super easygoing.
I'm definitely new to this group. I would consider myself the underdog in this group from, you know, a purely an experience standpoint, you know, along with a myriad of other things. And it's been really cool to learn from these ladies and grow. And
also, like, she has a background as an athletic trainer, so she is able to help us all as we talk through our aches and pains, which is pretty awesome.
And we've got 2 dogs, so we have Hank and Callie here as well, and they're very important members of the team this week. So, yeah, Hank's a girl, my girl.
And we're doing this because, you know, during COVID, there's not as many race opportunities. We haven't seen a lot of each other. We're used to, you know, traveling with each other half the year, living in the same hotel room. So it was just a nice opportunity to get together, to be together, to push each other, and really the whole goal is to get some of those like higher intensity efforts in that we weren't able to get in a lot in the past year.
So today the plan was to do some race efforts up Mount Lemmon, so we planned out a route that involved some road climb and then some pretty technical trail descending to kind of practice descending when you're seeing red from a hard, intense effort. Yeah, it's interesting because mountain bike is an individual sport, and honestly, we've never done a team training camp like this since I've been a member of the national team. So I think I've been on the national team since 2014. Lea and Chloe have been national team members for probably 10 years before that, and there's never been a training camp like this.
Erin, Lea, and I were all vying for 2016 Olympics in Rio, along with a number of other women on that Olympic long team. And, you know, that was a pretty challenging qualification period. It was, Lea and I ended up making the team that year, but there's kind of a tension with things that took a lot of the fun out of it.
Typically in the past, in Olympic cycles, the athletes are kind of siloed. Like mountain biking's an individual sport, and kind of the norm that we challenged with this group is you have to always be competing against each other. But my whole idea is, you know, we as Team USA have the world to race against. You know, we have everyone else in all the different countries to race against, so why not work together as a team, because we're much stronger. So work together to push each other, support each other. It takes, that teamwork takes a lot of different forms, but it looks like, you know, encouraging each other when one of us has an injury. It looks like carrying, you know, when Erin broke her ankle, like literally carrying her off that course. Chloe went to the hospital with her. And it also looks like, you know, attacking each other and really bringing our best to like raise the level for everybody. So that's really what makes this special, because we are turning an individual sport into a team sport. And it's just way more fun. It's so great. Okay, I'm gonna try not to cry.
You look super smooth.
Thank you. On the first one, I was like, I feel a little bit dizzy. It's probably because I'm hyperventilating. Oh, but that's like, it's stuff like that. That's like that's true teamwork.
We definitely put this together, the four of us girls. It wasn't like it was a USA Cycling planned thing. It was an optional thing, just brainstorming. And I think that this team, this group of women, including Haley and Kate, who weren't able to make it, has definitely been closer and had more of a teammate type relationship than I've experienced before. And I think part of that is due to the fact that once it was announced that there were 3 Olympic starting positions up for grabs, it was like that was an easy thing for us all to get behind. Like, let's work together to get those 3 spots.
And that was hugely motivating, at least for me. You know, I was ready to kind of move on from racing at this level, and it definitely gave me a few more years, and it was just fun.
And once you have a common goal, it just helps to kind of glue the team together. So that was kind of where the strength in our relationship came from. But I also have to give, I think, Lea a lot of credit for being such a positive person and really, really encouraging and celebrating the success of everyone on the team. And I think that has helped to just
Do you ladies have enough snacks?
Positive, supportive environment. So we just feel a lot more like teammates as opposed to individuals.
And it would be really easy to look to the left, to the right, and say, you know, I want the best for me. But I think these ladies have worked incredibly hard to gain us those 3 positions and have worked together from the beginning to make that happen. And I think to carry that through to the end is an incredible show of not only strength, but confidence, because it takes confidence to build each other up. Insecurity is what breaks people down. Confidence is what pulls everyone up with you.
It's probably one of the most amazing things that I've experienced as a competitive athlete, just the level of support that we have for each other. Hannah was the first person that, quote unquote, towed me in over the drop for the first time and was like super supportive of showing me how to do it, and that was like a pivotal moment for me. And like today when Lea found out that I won, like just the unbridled joy that she had for me was so huge.
Did you win? Yeah. Hell yes! That's what I liked. Yes! When did you catch her?
So huge, it like almost made me cry. And I think that it's just gonna be really hard. It's hard to race against these people that have become to mean so much. I think, and I wouldn't be the racer that I am without them.
Erin's hunting. She's hunting.
We won't all make the team, for sure, unless they decide, like, we can't decide. So we're gonna send you all. So, like, yeah, some of us won't go to the Olympics. But when you know that your people that you care about something, you want them to achieve that. But at the same time, when you're both, or when you're all going for the same thing, that makes it a little bit tricky. For me, the emotional part is like, I can't believe how lucky I am to be here and have the opportunity to race at this level and be supported by such amazing athletes. Like, I would have never ridden those drops, ridden this course as well as I did, without having kind of the encouragement and the support from the women that I race with. So that's pretty special. Tears of gratitude, yeah. Yeah, and I think also knowing that it is a fleeting moment, because after this year, it's like there won't be an Olympic long team. And actually there won't be another opportunity for 3 women to go to the Olympics in the next few cycles. Like, this is pretty special that we can send 3 women. But just, yeah, having built up this relationship and recognizing that after this year, we're all probably going to pursue different challenges and opportunities, and not have the opportunity to do a Team USA training camp. So I think that's where the tears come from, just knowing that this is a fleeting moment and it'll never be the same. Are we filming? So after those US Cup races in Arkansas, we came home for a hot minute, went over to Europe for the first 2 World Cups. The first one was in Germany, which I was pretty nervous about because I've had some bad injuries on that course. So I was really happy to execute a solid race and finish 15th. And then the following weekend we went to Nova Mesto, which is one of my favorite courses. The weather gods were not super friendly. They made it very muddy and difficult course. But again, I was really happy to just execute to the best of my abilities, and I finished 16th there, and I was the second American. So I felt really, really good about those performances heading into potential Olympic selection. Long story short, I'm getting ready to go to Tokyo here in less than a week, and I can't believe that this dream that I've been chasing for over 5 years, like the sole goal that has been the motivation for every hard workout, is just right around the corner. I still can't believe it. I actually probably won't believe that I'm going to the Olympics until I probably arrive at the start line the day of the race, and I think maybe then it'll hit me that this is actually happening.